to the fence, and that's gone.
There it is. Ace to win the set. It's caught. 20, 10, touchdown.
This is going to be in the gap.
Yes! Score! Go to deflection. The Andover Huskies win their first state championship.
You haven't visited the concession stand. We appreciate your support. Always a great leadership.
And we have a dandy matchup. It is Andover visiting Champlin Park. Andover 5-2 on the year. Champlin Park 6-1, unbeaten in conference play. Andover this year 65 goals for, 34 against. Look at these numbers for Champlin Park. 118 goals for, 22 against. Break that down numbers-wise, almost 17 a game, giving up just over 3. So the Rebels are on a roll, but Andover playing well. And for Champlin Park, their goalie, Paige Hagenbart, will be down to our right. Hagenbart 6-1 and 3.14 goals against, save percentage at .577. And for Andover, Eva Bach, 5-2 on the year, 497 goals against, and that save percentage an outstanding .617. Rebels in white, Andover in black. Gorgeous night for lacrosse. Hardly a breeze here at Rebels Stadium. Steve Thompson, Joe Rulin. We're having a little audio trouble, but we'll get Joe's set here momentarily. And a big thanks to our crew. We're ready to go. Opening face-off, certainly a big key, particularly in a matchup like this. That opening draw is batted around and ultimately controlled by Champlin Park. And picking up the ground ball and turning the other way is Lauren Schindelbeck. She moves it ahead, and the Rebels get into attack mode. Here's Megan Peter, and she works it further out. Once again, Eva Bach, outstanding goalie for the Andover Huskies. She makes a lot of terrific saves, and she'll be challenged tonight. Annabelle Johnson tied for the team lead, had it a moment ago, 19 goals, 17 assists, leads the team in points. Lauren Schindelbeck has 19 goals, 9 assists on the year. Here's Peter on top, trying to get into the middle, takes a shot, hit the post, and Andover's going to pick it up. And the goalie Bach may have got a piece of it, and here's a good run for Andover the other way. Maddie Schreifels with it down the near sideline. She'll go to the goal line extended and get set up. So Andover on the attack for the first time in this game here tonight. And their leading scorer, Merrill Delich, 19 goals coming in. Andover prides themselves on playing outstanding defense. There's Eden Lensmeyer over there, 6 goals, 1 assist for the junior. Lensmeyer gets it back, and they work it around the perimeter. And right back to Delich. Delich has had an outstanding year. Merrill, just a junior. They get it inside and a quick goal, and that goal's going to go to Schruby. That'll be her 9th of the year. Schruby took that feed and walked right in and beat the goalie, Paige Hagenbart, and Andover scores first in this one tonight. So Schruby the goal, and it comes at 1:27. So Schruby got it inside and went right in on the goaltender. And Jeff Johnson can't be too thrilled about that she was able to get such a good look down low. And we're right back to the middle of the field. Reese Hagenbart will take the face-off for Champlin Park right in the middle of the field. And they get it set up. And for Andover, Isabel Micah. And it looks like Andover's going to control. Here come the Huskies. Good ground ball pickup there by Micah, taken right back by Champlin Park. Here come the Rebels the other way. They're on the run. Schindelbeck is going to head down the sideline and now let her team get set offensively in the attack zone. Just a couple of minutes in, first goal of the game for Andover. Schruby, number 9 on the year, and it came at 1:27. I don't know if you could pick a better night for a girls lacrosse game than tonight. Comfortable for the spectators, comfortable for the players. Annabelle Johnson out on the right side, begins her move toward the net, gets decked right on the edge of the goal. She goes down, and this most certainly is going to be a free position at that 8-meter line over on the right side. Annabelle Johnson, 19 goals, 17 assists, just a junior for Champlin Park. And she is set up on right. Once again, Joe Rulin with me here tonight. Technical problems at the moment. We hope to get that solved soon. And she's just going to trot out of there and set it up. She was at a tough angle over there on the right side. Probably wouldn't have been able to get it by Bach from that angle. And now it's Schindelbeck holding as we approach the 3-minute mark of half number 1 here at Champlin Park Rebels Stadium. Trying to back her way in was Johnson. Nice move. Cuts back to the middle. And it's saved by Bach. Eva Bach grabs it up high and will fire it out of there. The clear to the near side, and that's going to go into the Andover bench. Champlin Park will get it back, but what a save by Bach. Robbing Johnson there. Johnson went up high. Bach read it. And now it's Peter here on the near side. Megan Peter, senior, 11 goals, 15 assists. An outstanding season. Look at those numbers, though, for Champlin Park so far in their wins. Scoring 22 against Coon Rapids, 20 against OPC, 21 against Anoka, 18 against Spring Lake Park. Their lone defeat, an 8-5 loss to Wyzetta. But they have been dominant wins. Here's Peter. Got bumped, picked up the ground ball, taken away by Tammy. Emma Tammy for Andover picked up that ground ball, and now the Huskies move into the attack zone. In black over on the far side of the field. And they're going to move it down to the goal line extended over in the far corner. And this is certainly weather that our camera operators have been waiting for a long time. There's Engler, and she'll get it back. Maya Engler, 6 goals, 1 assist. Just a sophomore, an attack, and a midi. Engler. Ground ball being chased by Annabelle Johnson. And now Engler's going to slow things down a little bit. Andover plays catch way out on top. Trying to make that move into the middle is Delich. They get it inside. Here's a scoring opportunity, and that skips wide. That was a good scoring attempt. Looked like it may have been Engler over there taking the shot, and the Huskies are going to hang on. Andover comes from the X, tries to get out in front. That was Schruby who had the lone goal in the game. 5 minutes in to half number 1 here at Champlin Park. No threat of rain. Looks like there could be some rain to the east, maybe east of the St. Croix, based on the cloud cover. Here's Delich, leading scorer for Andover. Delich works around a pick and heads down. Double team comes. It's knocked away. It'll go out of bounds. And I think Andover's going to hang on. Champlin Park head coach Jeff Johnson arguing otherwise. And it looks like, indeed, Champlin Park is going to get it. And now it's Rail. And they quickly move it ahead. Great catch on the run there by Reese Hagenbart. Hagenbart in on the right, trying to get a shot away. Decides to go down behind the net. Looks for a cutter in front. Hagenbart tries to get to the middle. Shot and a goal. Goes near his side and beats Bach down low. We're tied at 1. Reese Hagenbart, number 19 on the year. That ties her for the team lead. And that goal comes at 5:59. And we are tied at 1. Well, she got right in front of Eva Bach. And not even a great goalie like Bach could do anything about that, as Hagenbart went back to the near side, got Bach going left and went back right and beat her down low. Hagenbart, a strong run all the way around the net and a good move in front. And Hagenbart right back in the middle, taking the face-off for Champlin Park. We're tied at 1. We expected a good one, and we've had a good one so far. That one popped in the air. That is Micah again for Andover on the face-off. And here comes Champlin Park on the run. Lauren Schindelbeck gives it up. That was Peter. Schindelbeck gets it back. Begins to run inside, tries to power her way to the front, knocked out of there. Good D by Andover to deny the front of the net. Not commit a foul and allow that free position. And get it down low, trying to get to the front. Annabelle Johnson, good move, but she is turned back. Aaron Walsh had outstanding defensive position for Andover. There's a pass that goes awry, but Champlin Park's going to hang on as Megan Peter recovers. Peter, 26 points coming in. Good move to the front, got bumped. I thought maybe they could have called a foul there. They didn't as the player went down, and now they ultimately are going to call a block on Tammy. That was Emma Tammy, 5 goals and no assists. And now from the near side, tough angle. This is Peter. And it looks like it was outside the 8. And she'll be out on the 12, so she's going to fake a pass, try to step in front, had it knocked away. Ground ball, side of the net. Champlin Park's going to gain control. And now the Rebels are going to try and move to the front. Rail with it, wearing number 5. Had it pop out of her stick. She'll retrieve it before it gets outside that box. Our players are waiting, including Finnis for Andover. Just waiting to pounce. Didn't quite get to her. And now Champlin Park setting it up. Trying to move in front. Schindelbeck goes right inside. She got knocked down. She did get the shot away. Bach grabbed it. Bach's going to clear. Picked off by Champlin Park. Right back on the ground. Johnson. Pass inside. Hagenbart had it knocked away. Hagenbart with the ground ball. Still fighting for it. And he'll finally gain control. She has the Lone Rebels goal. We're tied at 1. Just over 8 minutes in. Clock says 16:37 and counting. The clock here at Rebels Stadium works in mysterious ways. It's hard to explain. I think it's keeping proper time, but you go from 23 to 20, and someday they'll get it repaired.
We call that a heart murmur. We're cardiac related.
Right. And here's an opportunity for Champlin Park. Free position over here on the left side, and this is Johnson. 19 goals, 17 assists. Cuts to the middle. And she's going to go right back. Spin around. Great move. Gets a shot away. That was blocked. She retrieves it. And it shows the kind of respect they have for Eva Bach. Because sometimes it's just a step and let it fly, but she is so good. Schindelbeck. Schindelbeck, move into the middle. Shot. That one's blocked. And Andover trying to pick up the ground ball. That's Tammy after the ground ball. Rebels right back after it. Tammy couldn't control. Peter into the middle, and that goes all the way across. And trying to run it down is Hagenbart. She does get it on the far side of the field. Coming up on the 15-minute mark. 15 to go in the half momentarily. Hagenbart tries to get to the front. Isn't giving up on that cause. And now to the outside at Annabelle Johnson. 15 to go in the half. We're tied at 1. Big showdown here in the North Suburban. Maple Grove, unbeaten in all their games this year atop the conference. They loom later in the year for Champlin Park, including the finale here at Rebels Stadium on Wednesday, May 24th. That'll be a great showdown. Nice crowd here and a beautiful night. Why not? And the Rebels really taking their time. This is Johnson. Works to her right. And now she'll hand it off, trying to come back the other way. Engstrom. Engstrom turned away. Can't get a lot of room. Works to the right. Now goes down behind the net. Play continues. Thought I heard a whistle. All right, so there was a foul. Champlin Park's going to hang on. Hardly a breeze if you can see the flag in the shot there. Rebels have it. They've had a lot of zone time here. Here's Callie Gunderson. Now she'll give it up. That is Schindelbeck. Champlin Park on the attack. There has been mention, and this is a game where Champlin Park's put up a lot of goals, but, you know, if a shot clock of some sort came to the game, might be a good thing. Champlin Park has made some attempts, but certainly slowing it down here. I don't know if that would be, you know, in the 1 minute range. Here's Johnson trying to get it inside. Player goes down. There's a big collision inside, and Champlin Park's going to get it. And this could be Schindelbeck in a free position on that 8 meter line, and it will be. So they're going to get everybody lined up. There she is on the 8. And I would expect a step and shoot. 19 goals, 9 assists. Bach to goalie, and let's see what happens. She'll charge in and have it blocked away. She tried to go up high, and Bach grabbed it. She makes some big saves in close. That ground ball near side. And it looks like Megan Peter knocked it out of bounds. So an opportunity for Andover. That's Jaden Wilson, a senior. Gets it into the middle quickly, and now Andover moves it ahead. And they're on the attack the other way. A lot of zone time already for Champlin Park in a 1-1 game. This is Tammy moving down the field. Now to the X in back. She gets shoved out of the back. And with the shove was Rachel Cottingham. And it's a chance here for Andover as they swing it around the perimeter. Try and get a look. Champlin Park's been stingy, 3.14 goals against this year. Their only loss to Wyzetta. That was a close, low-scoring game. Andover trying to find a cutter in front. That one knocked away. Champlin Park's going to hang on. A good sequence for Andover. They got a look. Schuby the lone goal at 1:27 for Andover. And then Reese Hagenbart at 5:59. We're tied at 1. Here come the Rebels the other way. To midfield, good run here. Now the double team comes. Ground ball knocked away and picked up by Andover. Terrific defense there. Eden Lensmeyer down the sideline, being chased by Cottingham. She's going to go in behind the net and get set up. Under 11 to go, half number 1. Lensmeyer trying to dodge. That's picked up by Andover. They try to work it to the front. Good feed, and that shot goes wide by Schruby. Scored her 9th goal of the season, 6 assists coming in for the senior attack. Schruby's had a terrific season for the Huskies. Got a ground ball back there. Schruby with it. This is Delich. Delich trying to get room. Can't. And she gets fouled, but I think it was outside the 8. Actually, Merrill Delich. Got bumped. And they are going to give her that free position at the 8 off that Champlin Park foul. So a chance here for Delich. See if Delich charges. She's going to charge in and shoot, trying to skip it by the goalkeeper, Paige Hagenbart. Andover hangs on. Delich over on the near side. Delich skipped it a little early. Tried to get it at the feet of Hagenbart, but took a skip and went wide. Delich coming in, 19 goals, 5 assists. Tammy trying to cut through the middle there. That was Emma Tammy. And now Andover trying to set it up again. They work all the way around the perimeter. Delich gives it up. This is Lensmeyer. Lensmeyer, no room. Back to Delich. They get it inside. Catch and a shot and a save. Paige Hagenbart, a terrific save. Robbing Emma Tammy. We're still tied at 1. 8:30 to go in the half. Great save by Hagenbart. Stolen away by Andover. Ball on the ground. Sherby couldn't get to it. And this foul's going to come near the 12-meter fan. So while Andover hangs on, this isn't a terrible deal for Andover. Huskies hang on. They set it up again. That is Delich. Delich being guarded closely there by Schindelbeck. Delich run to the goal line near his side. Now behind. Gets it out on the left. Shot down low, and that one goes wide. That was Shrubie again. Good shot down low, but it goes wide. Andover's going to hang on. Just perfect weather here tonight. Just outstanding. And then Andover throws it away. Shrubie couldn't handle that pass over on the goal line, extended far side, and Champlin Park's going to get it back with 7:20 to go in the half. Andover led it early, 1-0, the goal by Shrubie. And then Reese Hagenbart gets a goal, number 19 on the year at 5:59. Here come the Rebels on their home field. Jurassic continues her run. Miley Jurassic. Now they get it further to the outside, just outside the 12. Now a move right in, a shot and a block by Bach. Wow, what a save. He's really showing off here tonight. Johnson with it, and the ground ball powers her way inside. And Johnson's got to get a free position here on the 8, I would think. Actually, they're going to give it to Andover. They're going to send Johnson back behind the net as Bach begins to clear. Gets it out to the middle, off the stick of Tammy. Addie Dale trying to pick it up, and it's taken away by Tammy. Tammy, nice pass across. Dennis works her way in, right back into the middle, ground ball. We got sticks up high, and we're going to get a yellow here. And this yellow, I think, is going to be on Addie Dale. She'll take a knee over by the scorer's table. And this is going to be an opportunity for the Andover Huskies. Maya Engler, 6 goals, 1 assist. She is a sophomore. Engler's going to have it. And she is standing on the 8. Let's see what the strategy is here. She's going to step in and shoot and score. Go over the shoulder of Paige Hagenbart. 2-1 Andover. Good shot. Hagenbart almost got there. So Engler, her 7th of the year. And it's 2-1 Andover, and the sun is out. That could create certain visibility problems, especially if you're looking to catch a pass over on the far side of the field. Almost an identical setup at Andover if you think about Huskies Stadium. Runs north-south, and press box over on the west side like this, and the setting sun can be a challenge up there at Husky Stadium. Very similar setups. Of course, turf, big benefit for the game. Talked about that over and over and how great the artificial surface has been for the game of lacrosse, boys and girls. Long time coming. I just remember calling these games on the chopped up natural grass, and it was really tough. Peter with it for Champlin Park as they look for the equalizer. Under 6 to go, first half, 2-1 Andover. Very close game, as we expected here tonight. Good rivalry. here in District 11. No matter what the sport is. There's Annabelle Johnson taking her time. And Champlin Park piling up all those goals. Almost 17 a game. Very deliberate here tonight. Lone goal scorer. Here on the near side on the goal line. They're not even coming back to challenge Annabelle Johnson. Five to go in the half. Now they get it to the goal line extended, far side. And Peter's going to come back to that X position behind the net. Johnson gets it back. Lakeville South, number 1, Prior Lake 2, Benilde St. Margaret's 3, Edina 4, Chan 5, then Stillwater, Blake, Rosemont, Eden Prairie, and Minnetonka. I would think if Maple Grove or Champlin Park can continue their role, at some point would get ranked. Maple Grove unbeaten overall. Cretin-Durham Hall, the other team getting votes at number 11. Now here's Peter for Champlin Park. Now 4 to go in the half. Very deliberate here. Brad Geis, Andover head coach, and his team, we've seen Andover a couple of times on QCTV, can definitely slow it down and play a deliberate game if they want. Champlin Park certainly playing that here tonight. Goals are a premium. 3:40 to go. A little bit more of a breeze. At the start of the game, no movement in the flag, and now if you see it in your shot there is some movement in the flag, but not a big deal. Cutter into the middle, gets knocked down trying to accept that pass. There's going to be no foul, and it's going to be Eva Bach to clear right up the middle, off the stick, another ground ball. What a pickup by Annabelle Johnson, headed toward midfield. Picked it up on the fly. That was unbelievable. Great ground ball pickup. And now it's Peter heading off to the right. Peter's going to stop her charge. Got it knocked away. And that's going to be a foul out there for sure on Merrill Delich. Yeah, they called it. And anytime a player has to readjust the eye protection, that's definitely a giveaway. Peter works to the side of the net, now behind. 2:30 to go in the half. Once again, Joe Rulin scheduled to join us here tonight, but a little bit of audio trouble here at Rebel Stadium. Thanks so much for joining us. Engstrom. And now Johnson. We have heard rumor that Joel will get paid either way. That the check is in the mail. And now Champlin Park still deliberate, down to 2.5. Trying to get to the front was Schindelbeck, and it's grabbed by Bach. Another big save by Bach because they tried to go up high. Bach has been outstanding. Rifles up the sideline. Another good run, second of the game for her up the near sideline. She got bumped. And I don't know if she stepped out or if we have a timeout. We are going to get a timeout with 1:46 to go here in half number 1. All right, let's take a quick look at the upcoming schedules. You can see the end of the season from here. Big week for Champlin Park. Wednesday they'll be at Centennial. And then Monday here they host Robbinsdale Armstrong. And then the following Wednesday at Elk River Zimmerman. So a very tough part of the schedule for Champlin Park. Once again, Wednesday at Centennial. A week from tonight, home to Robbinsdale Armstrong. And then Wednesday the 17th at Elk River Zimmerman. They close it out with a home game against Duluth Marshall. They'll be at Blaine. And then that big one I alluded to earlier against Maple Grove on Wednesday, May 24th. For Andover, coming up Wednesday, they take on Anoka at home at Andover. Great rivalry. And then next Tuesday, the 16th, at Spring Lake Park. Wednesday, the 17th, they get Robbinsdale Armstrong up at Andover High School. And then they close on the road on Tuesday, the 23rd, at Wayzata. And Wednesday, the 24th, at Coon Rapids. And then it's on to section playoffs. And we'd expect to have some section coverage. Boys and girls lacrosse, softball, baseball this spring here on QCTV. And, of course, we're certainly not done with the spring regular season. More boys and girls lacrosse, more softball, and more baseball. 1:46 to go in the half. And let's take a look at that upcoming schedule. Boys lacrosse on Wednesday, Andover at Anoka. Rumor is that Joe and I will be at Goodrich Field for that. And then on the 11th, softball, Rogers at Anoka. And then on the 16th, boys lacrosse, Spring Lake Park, Coon Rapids at Andover. And then more softball action, St. Michael Albertville will be at Champlin Park. And they've done a nice job with that stadium. They've got lights here at their softball field at Champlin Park. And I don't know if you've been over to Champlin to see the baseball stadium. I mean, they've got a grandstand and a press box. They've had lights for several years now. And they have done a really nice job with the ballpark, the baseball field, and the softball field here at Champlin Park. We're back to Rebels Stadium. Once again, first goal of the game for Andover, Shrewby at 1:27. And then for Champlin Park, lone goal in the game, Reese Hagenbart at 5:59. And then Maya Engler in a free position from that 8-meter line beat the goaltender Paige Hagenbart at the 19-minute mark. 2-1 Andover late in the half, 1:44 to go. And that is Merrill Delich beginning to run up the sideline, and it's a turnover. Champlin Park's going to get it back. Plenty of time to get the equalizer. And there's a good feed into the middle by Rail. And now Champlin Park moves it ahead. Here's Megan Peter. Peter on the attack. Good speed. Wearing number 61, goal line extended. And the approach so far for Champlin Park is to slow it down and get a good look. And there's still plenty of time. 1:18 to go in the half. That is Schindelbeck. Over on the right side, to her left is Annabelle Johnson. They continue to work it forward. Annabelle Johnson off a pick to the right side, a shot and a goal. Beautifully set up, and that beat Bach down low. We are tied.
At least we got you back on.
Terrific play. Schindelbeck the pick, Annabelle Johnson around the corner. And gets the goal, number 20 on the year, and it comes at 24:01. 24:01, 2-2 our score. And now right back to the middle of the field with under a minute to go. And taking that draw will be Reese Hagenbart. And then we'll see who's going to be out there for Andover trying to get a read, and that is going to be Emma Tammy.
And
so
Steve,
an all-important face-off.
I've been told we got audio.
Good man.
Joe audio. So
now
just
you're
in
for
time
sure
to see
gonna
the
get
Rebels
paid.
tied up.
Joe's going to get paid for sure.
Boy, you're seeing some tremendous goaltending tonight. And there's
Johnson
foul
gets
whistle
tagged
there.
by Delich. She'll pick it up quickly. Here's Annabelle Johnson, gives it ahead, off the stick. I think that might have been Schindelbeck, and now it's Peter. It was Schindelbeck who lost the handle. She gets it back in the middle, powers her way in front. It's knocked down, picked up by Champlin Park. With it there is Rail. Rail has it out on top, still time. Coming up on 20 seconds to go. Rail. Now gives it to Peter. Good game. 2-2 late in the half. Peter to the side. Tough angle shot. Blocked away by the goalie. Now it's picked up by Hagenbart. Backs her way in, and I think we're going to get a foul. We'll see. Clock stopped. Couple of seconds left. And it is going to be Andover ball. And then Tammy's just going to throw it down the field. That's going to be it. All right. 1.5 in the books. We got our audio problem solved. Outstanding action, Joe.
It's what we expected, the type of tight contest we thought we might get. Andover coming in, winning the last 4 of this contest, both in 21 and 22. Now it's before that, interesting timing. It was, of course, it was Champlin Park from 2011 to up to 2019. They'd won 14 straight. So this rivalry is all about the streaks. Andover at 5-2, trying to stretch it to 6-2, but we're tied up at 2-2 here at half.
And we will come back with half number 2 in a moment here on QCTV.
One of the deadliest mass shootings in U.S. history at Post nightclub in Orlando.
Walking into the building for the first time after the shooting, it was crippling, but it had to be preserved. If you're an ally of this community, speak out. There are more of us together than apart. It is the power of love in its rawest form.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the-right-seat.
Hey, boss. Okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
You sure?
I said I'm fine.
Hey, son.
Hey, Pop.
You can talk to me.
It's been really, really hard for me.
Hi. Can I get the now bar, please?
No problem. $1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hi, can I get a now bar, please? Uh-huh.
$1.
Thanks.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
You got it.
How's it going? Can I get a now bar?
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
They are part of your community. They are your students. They are your teachers. They are your coworker. They are your friends and your family. They are experiencing homelessness. Understanding is the key to the solution. You can help them by giving them the benefit of the doubt, asking them what they need and how you can help them, acknowledging that you see them by sharing a smile. These little things go a long way to be seen and felt understood. They are part of our community and we are part of theirs. Homelessness will not go away without your help. To get help or to give help, visit our website.
Gorgeous night for girls lacrosse. Thanks so much for joining us here on QCTV and QCTV.org. Champlin Park and Andover 2-2 at the half. For Andover, Shrewby at 1:27. Reese Hagenbart for Champlin Park at 5:59. Engler for Andover at 19 minutes. And then for Champlin Park, Johnson 24:01. 2-2. The goalies have been great. Paige Hagenbart for Champlin Park, Eva Bach for Andover, and we've done a lot of Eva Bach's games over the years. She is the story most nights, and she has made maybe four outstanding saves, Joe.
She has. Eva Bach, the Rock is what they like to call her, and you can see why. But on the other end, I ran down for some technical equipment as well and stopped and watched Paige Hagenbart down below make a couple of beautiful saves on Andover, also late in that first half. So both of these teams are so well matched, and both of these teams, a good number of them, are coached by both these head coaches in the Yeti Club as well during the summer. Having a chance to talk with Jeff Johnson before the game, shared a high number of these players that he's coached both on Andover and Champlin Park, and the same to be said with head coach Geis. So they know each other well and tendencies, and let's see who can get the edge here in the second half.
Merrill Delich for Andover, and it'll be Reese Hagenbart for Champlin Park. And coming out of that face-off, it is going to be Emma Tammy is going to carry it ahead for Andover. 2-2 game just underway, half number 2. The breeze has picked up a bit here. Hardly a breeze at the beginning. A little bit more wind here in half number 2. The goalie down to our left, Paige Hagenbart for Champlin Park. Down to our right, Eva Bach for Andover. Andover in black, gold numerals. Champlin Park in the white with navy numerals. Andover begins the attack. Both teams very deliberate here in their approach in this game tonight. Engler gets it further down. This is Lensmeyer. Now they go to the goal line extended. And trying to spin out of there and carry forward is Shrewby, who has a goal.
Yeah, trying to get some spacing. They'd love to be able to get Delich involved. Delich has scored at least one goal in every game this season. In fact, 3 goals and 2 assists in her last 2 games.
And no secret to Champlin Park as well, and they're trying to slow her down. Of course, Andover trying to slow down Annabelle Johnson, and she had a beautiful goal to tie it up late in the half. Here's ground ball out on the edge of the box, but Andover's going to maintain control. That's Micah, who takes some face-offs.
The Rebels coming in at 6-1 have outscored their opponents 118-22. Nice save.
They get it in front. And there's a ground ball, and it's picked up and scored. That might be the second of the game for Shrewby, and it's 3-2 Andover.
Picks up the loose change, finds the back of the net, but Hagenbart made another diamond save as the Huskies came out from behind the cage. Made that initial save, but winning the race to the ball is Shrewby. And Shrewby picks up second goal tonight and the 10th goal of the season.
Yeah, she was in the right place at the right time, Joe, and knocked it home. And that's been the pattern. Andover, a 1-0 lead, then it was tied, 2-1 lead, 2-2 at the half. Andover back on top. And Delich will be out there again to take the face off for Andover. And once again, Reese Hagenbart, who had goal number 1 for Champlin Park out there in the middle of the field.
She is tough on these draws. The team as a whole, the Rebels, very tough at winning these draws.
Andover controls here, and they're right back at it with a 3-2 lead. They have not led by more than 1 in this game. That was Micah. Swings it way over to the right. Now they get it into the middle, and Delich trying to find room, but Delich gave it up. Delich trying to find any sort of alley to get on the board this year. She's had a phenomenal year. By far and away the leading goal scorer on the team for Andover with 19 coming in. And they're trying to get Delich involved. Champlin Park has someone marking her in the attack zone. Delich began her cut, couldn't get it. Works her way inside, looking for it, can't get the feed. Well, they swing it to the left. Knocked down by Lensmeyer. She did a nice job. That kind of handcuffed her, and she was able to knock it down and pick it back up. That was a tough catch.
Addie Dell did a good job of closing up the gap defensively and not giving her much room to work with. Working the perimeter here is
Ella Thorson with a catch there. Works it off to the left.
Tough week here for Champlin Park as well, Steve, is not only Andover tonight, but they have Centennial, a team that defeated Andover. They'll play Centennial on Wednesday.
Yeah, and their schedule gets tough. They've got a good Robbinsdale Armstrong team. There's a pass into the middle, off the stick of Delich, popped into the air, ground ball. No one able to gain control, and then coming over to scoop it up for the Huskies was Ella Thorson. That was really a good play. And now they get it out to Delich near side. So Andover's been able to control not only the draws, but the ground balls here early in the half. They're up 3-2 and in the attack zone. Here's Delich trying to find move. Steps into the middle. Did she get fouled? No. Turns it over. And Champlin Park's going to get it back. Well, they had a triple team around Delich, and Champlin Park's going to get it. Champlin Park, a run up the field. Schindelbeck got bumped. Champlin Park. Now Peter. This is Megan Peter off to the right. Or excuse me, that is Miley Jurassic on the field. Jurassic out there.
Gotta love that quickness of Megan Peter. She, the lone senior starter, also is committed to Wisconsin River Falls and all-conference honorable mention in 2022. But she has that burst of speed you need to create an opening.
And she's had a good year. We mentioned it early in the game, Joe. You know, a lot of goals, plays an important role. Champlin Park, very patient, down by a goal. Off the stick there is Schindelbeck. She'll pick it up. Lauren stuck with it. 19 goals, 9 assists coming in. Annabelle Johnson had 19 coming in, has added one here tonight. The equalizer that made it 2-2 right at the end of the half. Schindelbeck steps inside. Another good move into the middle. Got bumped. Ground ball. And I think we're going to get a yellow. And this is going to be a free position for Champlin Park and a chance to tie it up. And Tammy's going to go over to the side after getting the yellow. Emma Tammy, the senior. A little too physical there. So here's one right in the middle for Lauren Schindelbeck. Has not scored tonight. Great opportunity here. Eva Bach, the goaltender. Has the sun off to her left. She steps in and goes right over the top. Tie game again.
Boy, she had sticks coming at her. Are they going to disallow that goal?
Looks like they will. No goal.
May have been in that zone.
Yeah, she may have stepped into the circle. And
tough. That was a tough one to turn away. Schindelbeck looking for that goal to tie it up.
Yeah, stepped into the goal circle. That's picked up there by Champlin Park. Hagenbart, big collision right at that 8-meter line. Reese Hagenbart.
Lensmeyer
went down to the turf.
And she'll probably, did they give her a yellow?
Yeah,
yes, they did.
She's going to get on that follow-free position. And trotting off for Andover is going to be Lensmeyer. So now they have two players, Tammy and Lensmeyer, on the side. And are they going to move her out to the 12? It looks like she's going to be out at that 12-meter fan.
Might have been
not at the 8.
Near where that point of contact came, perhaps.
So she'll pass out of there. She will give it up on her left.
Looking for
Here's
a
Rail.
cutter.
Now behind the net. And did Andover get there first? I think they did.
Jaden Wilson, good hustle.
She needed to get down to the end line. Champlin Parks, now they get it to Bach, and then Bach's going to clear. Hagenbart right in her face. She'll clear it off to left. Picked off by Rail. Lana Rail shot. That skips by. Oh, she had a good look.
That was a nice blistering pass by Bach, but Rail stepped in front of that thing like a D-back in the NFL and picked it off.
Hagenbart tries to power away to the front and does and scores. Reese Hagenbart, her second of the night. And we're tied. That one will count.
Well, good stick-to-itiveness there by the Rebels. And even though Rail didn't score the goal, she certainly was explosive and cutting in front of that outlet pass by Bach. Got the turnover, but created the pressure. They got ball possession back, and Hagenbart picks up her second of the night.
Yeah, she just wouldn't be denied, Joe. She just powered her way into the front. Hagenbart, number 2. Schruby has 2 for Andover. Time of that goal, 5:16. Or 6:16.
Reese Hagenbart now with 20 goals on the season. Something tells me Annabelle Johnson could probably have more than 20 goals. She's a team player approach. After some of those big wins, she's more focused on distributing dimes and distributing that ball for other teammates. Probably picked that up from her sister, who's playing up in northern Michigan, her senior year. Wow, some interesting calls here on the draw.
Reese Hagenbart is going to pick it up. Hagenbart works her way down the field. Hagenbart, just a 9th grader. And now we got a foul. That's off the ball somewhere.
Hagenbart's size and athleticism reminds me a lot of Frecking from Anoka. Tall, athletic. She's a shortstop on the softball team for the Tornadoes.
Oh, here's a chance for Champlin Park off that Andover foul. They get it into the middle. And an opportunity for Schindelbeck. Couldn't get a shot away safely. Steps back in. Stopped by Bach. Tried to go up high. Bach grabbed it in the netting. And now an outlet. Eddie Schreifels couldn't pick up that ground ball. She had a couple of long runs up the sideline. Right back. Here's a shot. Rail off the post. Ricochets back toward Bach. Rail hit the post, and now the long clear out to the middle of the field. Stolen away by Champlin Park. Caitlin Ehrlichman, what a catch there. And now Tammy's going to run it down. We're going to get a whistle, and I think this is going to be an Andover foul, and Champlin Park's going to hang on.
Well, the Rebels have done an outstanding job of anticipating those outlet passes by Bach and picked them cleanly and almost converted two for goals. Impressive timing and anticipation. So, Rebels a chance here to take the lead.
Schindelbeck had a free position, didn't count. Here's Annabelle Johnson back, and that's blocked by Bach. A good give and go, still on the ground. Annabelle Johnson still after it. Johnson does pick it up. What an effort. Johnson with that little give and go with Schindelbeck, and Bach denied. Champlin Park with it. They get it to the side. They're really moving it beautifully in traffic. Schindelbeck, or excuse me, that was Engstrom. I think we're going to get a foul on Andover again. Champlin Park looking for their first lead of the night. And this is going to be Ella Engstrom. 12 goals, 7 assists. She's standing on that 8-meter line. Eva Bach, the goalie. See what her strategy is here. Engstrom in, shoots. Saved by Bach up high again. Clear out into the middle. Ground ball. Picked up and run out of there. Micah the other way. 3-on-2. Andover an opportunity. She gets it to the side of the net. It's caught by Thoresen. Thoresen right back into the middle. A ground ball. Champlin Park on the run picks it up. Beautiful play there by Schindelbeck. Schindelbeck on a dead run picks up that ground ball.
Coming back to seal off defensively, and a nice move there by Andover. And Delich.
That is such a pretty play, Joe, when a player's on a run like that and just picks up that ball off the ground on a run. That's great stuff. Beautiful part of the game.
Yeah, you get a chance to see that athleticism kind of unleashed during those moments. Quick out here for Andover. Out is 24, and Schruby is back in.
There's Johnson. Has that goal that tied it up right at the end of the half.
Thoresen quick out. Also a quick exchange out as they try to get fresh legs while Champlin Park has possession. Micah quickly comes out, and in is Addison Thynes. Excuse me, Addison Finnis.
Cutter Peter batted it toward the net, picked up by Bach. Her clear on the ground. Andover can't get to it. Champlin Park gets it back. Andover's had a hard time getting it out of their end. And here comes Champlin Park right after.
Steve, this match has been exactly what we thought it would be.
Yeah.
And rarely do they live up to that. But this is as tight as we thought it would be between these two squads.
Another tip of the cap to the weather. Just great night, Schindelbeck. Schindelbeck off on the right side. One-on-one, tries to get into the middle. Good defensive position by Emma Tammy.
Yeah,
terrific.
Yep, Tammy is. She's
that was Delich. That was actually Delich defensively there.
Keeping an eye on Reese Hagenbart coming from behind here.
Here's Johnson, goes down to a knee inside or near the 8. Did she get bumped? She will get a free position, but I think it's going to. Is she going to be on the 8? I think she will. So here's a free position at the 8 after that foul on Andover, and a chance for her second of the game. She'll step in, go up high, and go wide, get knocked down.
A lot of contact with those sticks as they went up to pull the trigger on that shot.
Hagenbart gives it up on the left to the cutter. She's bumped away. That cutter was Emily Strom, or excuse me, I think it was Engstrom trying to get to the front.
Lensmeyer.
Hard-fought game, 13:32 to go. Champlin Park.
I mean,
They
this
get
has the
everybody set.
feel of a section final, doesn't it, Steve? It's just the intensity here. Was it a yellow that was issued to Lensmeyer?
Yeah, now they're going to talk to Brad Geis, and they're going to visit with Jeff Johnson, and now we got a timeout and sort this out with 13:32 to go. 2-2 at the half, now 3-3 as we approach the midway point of the second half. And this has been a great cat and mouse. This has been a lot of fun to watch, the strategy, the coaches, and every goal, you know, is a premium considering how good the goaltending has been. Champlin Park, Paige Hagenbart, and Eva Bach for Andover, and it's been good stuff tonight, Joe.
Yeah, I'll tell you. And so with the Hagenbart sisters, the twin sisters, both freshmen, and had they been in another, say, district, I know Forest Lake will play 8th graders and have them come up, but with Champlin Park and with Andover, I believe it's you have to be a freshman before you can actually play in a varsity sport. But Hagenbart's, both of them look like they've been ready to play last year, and with that size, very imposing. And that's the one thing Jeff Johnson is also very excited about, just the blend of experience that comes to this team. Just the one starting senior in Peter, but they bring an immense amount of experience from the underclassmen, and they're ready to go. It's the matchup we thought it would be, and I'll tell you, you see now why. Champlin Park 6-1, and they've scored 118 goals, only allowed 22 for Andover. Not as much as a productive season as they've had in the past. 65 goals, only 34 allowed, but they've had a couple of tough losses. One to Maple Grove, and then one also to Centennial last week. But you could see coaching staff getting it together. I'm not sure if they still stayed with the yellow on Lensmeyer, or if I didn't hear it announced if it was a red, and they're trying to strategize how they'll play.
So there you see the huddles as these coaches strategize. Jeff Johnson, Champlin Park, Brad Geis, Andover. Andover once again 5-2, Champlin Park 6-1, but more importantly 6-0 in conference play, and they have got a tough schedule. Centennial Wednesday, next Monday, Robbinsdale Armstrong here. We've seen that team and they're outstanding. And then on the 17th at Elk River Zimmerman. By the way, they close out the regular season against Maple Grove, so the schedule gets a whole lot tougher for Champlin Park going forward. So in this game, 2-2 at the half. Shrewby and Engler in the first half for Andover. Reese Hagenbart and Annabelle Johnson for Champlin Park. Here in the second half, Shrewby are second and Hagenbart are second for Champlin Park. 3-3, 13:32 to go. And that was a really long timeout. Were they trying to get network spots in?
I think they were. Yeah, absolutely.
Did they go to the studio in New York for an update?
Some of the Joe and Steve
highlights
content.
Yeah. All right, Champlin Park back at it. Here's Johnson in the middle. Gets it to Hagenbart and a goal! Beautiful feed. Johnson to Hagenbart, her third of the night.
Well, they certainly had time to draw that one up during the timeout, and Coach Jeff Johnson wired that one up and executed it to the tee as Hagenbart picks up her third goal tonight.
And
the
for the first
lead
time
of the night, I believe.
Yeah, first lead of the night, I was going to say. Hagenbart from Johnson. And for Hagenbart coming in, that gives her 21 on the year. For Johnson, she has a goal tonight and adds an assist for sure. And it's Reese Hagenbart right in the middle of the field. That one popped into the air, and it's grabbed by Johnson. She'll move it ahead quickly. That's Peter over on the far side. Megan Peter loves that spot over on the left side. And now gets it to Johnson in the middle. But that was a terrific play from about the 12-meter mark down to about 6, and Not much Bach could do. They get it inside. Johnson couldn't catch. Knocked away by Bach. Popped into the air. Looks like Champlin Parks. Johnson's going to run it down near the end line.
Not able to win the draw for Andover. Big
Another
there.
one inside. This is Rail, her 12th of the year from Johnson. And Champlin Park scored 3 in a row and take a 2-goal lead.
Rail slides that one under the garage door. Came in, kept it low. And an impressive goal. I'll tell you, it started with that draw. Wanted midfield by the Rebels. And Johnson controlled. Scanned and assessed that field, and they set it up perfectly on a nice low ball. Just under the stick to get beyond Bach. And now a 2-goal lead at 5-3 for the Rebels.
Goals 37 seconds apart has given Champlin Park the first 2-goal lead of the night for either team. Still plenty of time for Andover, but it starts right here.
On this draw, you're right.
And that one's picked up on the fly by Schindelbeck. Schindelbeck gives it to Peter over on the left side. Champlin Park's really hit their stride here midway through. They get it inside. Catch, shoot. Another goal. Another goal there. And I think that's Schindelbeck who's going to get it. Or is it Johnson?
See if we can get another look here, but it was an excellent dime and a catch and release shot.
It was in tight again. Not much Bach could do there.
Let's see if they will give that. Here we get a look now. It looks like it is Johnson who will get that goal.
Yeah, it is. Yep, great job by our crew picking that one up. Second of the night for Johnson. Her 3rd point in a row. She had 2 assists in a row. Gets the goal there.
Well, you know, we used to call that in basketball in high school, the give and Joe. But that was a give and go back to Annabelle Johnson. And Johnson, 21 goals on the season. Second of the night, another draw won by the Rebels.
Schindelbeck's just dominated as of late. They have 3 goals in under a minute here to grab a 6-3 lead. Here's Rail again, powers her way in front, blocked away by Bach, and it's going to be Andover ball. Now Andover's got to get something done right now on the other end.
Yep, they have to capitalize each possession.
And let's see, they've had a hard time getting it out of their own end here in this half. Champlin Park's really clamped it down. Schindelbeck right in Eva Bach's face. Clear over the middle, picked off.
They're going to call interference, I believe, on that pass out.
Yeah, you got to give the goalie room to get it out of there. Over on the far side, Trifles, she's had some good runs up the far side. They pinch her along the sideline.
But
Rail was over there.
If I'm Coach Jeff Johnson, I'm doing the same thing with that size of Hagenbart in front.
Oh,
disrupting the view of Bach. Bach can operate like a surgeon with her passes, typically. Any other game, but the Rebels doing a great job of either stepping in front or disrupting her outlet passes.
All right, they get them set. Coming up on 11 to go in the game, Champlin Park. Not that long ago, down 3-2. Scored 4 in a row to grab the lead. Tammy can't knock that one down, and then that gets through. Schruby, she can't get it. Champlin Park gets it right back. They have all the momentum. Here's Addie Dale.
Sometimes when you're trying to be too perfect and you're down by a couple of goals, you kind of put more pressure on yourself than you normally would.
Here's Gunderson. Gunderson to the goal line extended, had it knocked away. Good job by Tammy. And then she puts it on the ground. Champlin Park's going to get it. And here's Johnson. Well, she's had quite a game. 2 goals, 2 beautiful assists. And now this is Schindelbeck. And Champlin Park dominating, coming up on 10 to go.
Those turnovers are costly against a team like the Rebels that like to calculate and focus on each possession.
Here's Peter. Done a nice job over there on the left side. Gets it into the middle. Rebels in no hurry.
You look at the next 3 games for the Rebels. That's Centennial, host Robbinsdale Armstrong and at Elk River. Getting into the meat of that schedule started here tonight, and I'm sure Jeff Johnson would like to continue the mojo of the 6-1 season and pick up a key win here.
Schindelbeck holding. Tammy
shadowing Hogenbart, not giving her any space.
Schindelbeck can't get his shot away. Good D there by Andover.
They got the turnover, forced the turnover,
Yep.
and then a foul whistled on the Rebels.
Nice job. Now Andover's just got to get into the attack zone. Still time down by 3, but they haven't had much luck, and now they get a good run out of there. Champlin Park's really been able to trap along the sideline. They try and move it ahead. Ground ball picked up. And now they move it ahead. Andover moves it to the side. Schruby, couple of goals. Right into the middle. Delich gets bumped by Johnson. Delich, no goals here tonight. They have really been all over her. Just making sure to neutralize. They get it behind the net, trying to power her way out in front. Down low. Beautiful goal there by Emma Tammy. And Andover gets one back.
Hey, Tammy is usually leading the Huskies on that jailbreak sprint speed of hers downfield. This time she kind of came in on a delay, a late cut, came back. They found her coming in that back door, and she slid it in the 5-hole and underneath the garage door for the big goal as well. So back to within just a 2-goal deficit, Tammy.
Huge goal there. Tammy, her 6th of the year, the senior. They really needed that. And now we go back to the middle of the field and that all-important face-off.
It is. We'll see what
Reese Hagenbart is.
Change of technique here. Something for Andover, but they need to get this win on this draw. Here they go.
Hagenbart's done a good job and out there for Andover. Micah. And they'll do it over. 8:39 to go. Just a lovely night. Once again, the breeze we had, no longer there.
The weather is excellent, and the environment is like a postseason game. I know I've said it a couple of times, but there's so much focus on the draws, the footing, the gripping, and it's awarded now after a foul on Andover to Champlin Park.
There's Peter over on the far side, looking for a cutter. Isn't going to force anything. 8:25 to go, 2-goal game. Andover in that spot where they got to get a stop here and get it back. Reese Hagenbart, quite a night, 3 goals. Over on the side, on the ground, opportunity, and that's beautifully tapped ahead. Andover's going to run the other way, down by 2.
This is the jailbreak run here for the Huskies.
Good defense by Peter. Andover's going to hang on. That's Micah with the run. And now Micah's going to continue her run all the way down to the end line and beyond. Huge for Andover. Now on the side, Schruby, couple of goals. They get it into the middle, and Delich. Oh, they'd love to get Delich going here.
Coach Geis's team just really savvy about forcing some of those turnovers.
They send it into the middle, knocked away. Good defense, ground ball, Champlin Park. That was a key defensive play. Andover finds a way to hang on.
I was going to say the same thing. Engler was going to be wide open in that middle. Excellent defensive play.
Thoresen picked up the ground ball. Now it's taken away by Johnson. She shovels it forward, somehow grabbed by Reese Hagenbart, and she'll begin her run up the left side. So Andover turns it over. A chance for Champlin Park. Next goal's huge in this game, and Champlin Park on the attack.
That would be the tipping point of the game here. Next goal scored by either team. For the Huskies, they could cut that deficit from 2-1 for the Rebels. Kick it back up to a 3-goal lead.
Fun to watch Jeff Johnson. He gets his steps in during a game.
He does.
Way down on the goal line, extended or almost that far. And now it's Schindelbeck.
Coach Geis is kind of like Bud Grant. One spot, kind of digs in, just guides it from there, right?
Schindelbeck gives it up on the left, right back into the middle. Johnson, what a shot! just kind of a scoop toward the net.
But a beautiful rebound gathered and controlled, and now
Schreifels a run up the near side. She gets bumped. Andover's going to hang on. They're going to whistle her back and reset. She's had some nice runs up along the sidelines.
That one off the crossbar, I believe. She picked up, stayed poised, watched it in that pocket.
They say the net's got to end somewhere. And
the what?
The net's got to end somewhere. You just have to.
Yeah.
Goaltender's best friend.
You got it.
Both goalies have played really well. 6-4 game, 5:40 to go. And now it's Delich way outside. Coming out to meet her, Addie Dale. They have done a really good job on Delich. You got to give Champlin Park credit.
And you see Addie Dale out there. She was an all-section defender in 2022.
And now this is Evers. Now down to the right.
You can see the Huskies trying to rotate. Get some ball rotation out there. Get that defense moving. Creating a gap for a cutter. Inside here.
Champlin Park. They got it to Delich, but this might be a foul and a free position for Merrill Delich. So here's a huge opportunity. Is she going to be on the 12 or the 8? No, it's going to be on the 8. So big spot here, and Delich knows it.
South of 5 minutes to play.
Delich steps in. Big save. Paige Hagenbart down around the knees, blocks it. Save of the game with 4:35 to go. Wow.
Well, she tried to go to the same spot that Tammy did. 5-hole down low near the turf, but she closed the gap. As you can see right here, another just kept poised and just closed up any opportunity there. Paige Hagenbart. Huge save.
Against the leading scorer for Andover. Merrill Delich. They get it to the cutter in the middle. A shot and a goal. Beautiful play. And they're going to call it a goal. Hagenbart got a part of it, but not enough. And that's going to be Tammy again.
I'll tell you, Tammy powered that one through the 5-hole. It was.
She did not get cheated on that one.
But you could tell that Delich was waiting for her to break, and she burst from behind the cage, got the gap, elevated, spun, and then buried it.
So 2-2 at the half, then 3-2 Andover early in the half. Shrewby, your second of the game. 4 in a row for Champlin Park. Now 2 in a row for Andover. 1 goal game, 4:02 to go in this game, and a huge face-off coming up.
An
Popped in the air.
Explosive goal for the Huskies, and let's see if that drops it back just to a 1-goal deficit. As you mentioned, Steve, that next goal was going to be a big one. Now we'll see if the Rebels can counter.
Schindelbeck moved it ahead to Peter. Peter is going to set up over on the left side. Megan Peter, is senior. 11 goals, 15 assists this year. Both goalies have had big saves. This has been an outstanding girls lacrosse game. Hopefully you're enjoying it wherever you are. Here on QCTV and QCTV.org.
Call out to Trinity, who's been directing this broadcast, and a great job she's doing, along with cameras in front, along with Stash/Tony here with us.
Well, Ryan Mush got in the QCTV helicopter and came over. There's a shot and a goal. Big goal there for Schindelbeck.
Boy, and I'll tell you, she had to create that shooting lane. And she was able to kind of crack that seam, get that shooting lane, and put a bouncing ball past Bach, and those are so difficult down low. To come up with any clean save, or you have to kind of change your...
Time of the goal, 21:50. 7-5 Champlin Park, and now it's an uphill climb for Andover. And you could tell that was a huge goal. Schindelbeck, her 20th of the year.
Boy, I tell you, those two are badly on those draws. Delage really tried to go low now.
Hagenbart loses it. Back the other way, Schruby. Schruby's had quite a game, couple of goals here. And now Andover's got to move quickly. They don't have a lot of time to set up. Champlin Park aggressive defensively. Schruby on the ground, into the middle, knocked around. Comes into Paige Hagenbart. She's going to do the quick clear. That's a good strategy. Peter grabs it. She may have got fouled there by Tammy. And we're going to get a timeout. 2:31 to go, 7-5. Andover was able to get it back, and then all of a sudden, Gamble in front, cleared out of there by the goalie, Paige Hagenbart. And now Champlin Park in a good spot with the ball up by 2.
Yeah, both coaches are on the field. As I mentioned, these two coaches know each other so well. They've been coaching with one another in club, Lacrosse Yeti Club. And they know each other's players well. It's not only their own, but Champlin Park's as well. So this game is huge. As I mentioned, it's been streaks. Huskies have won the last 4 matchups between these two teams. But before then, and pre-COVID, when they canceled the 2020 season, prior to that, Champlin Park had put together a 14-game winning streak starting back in 2011. And had won every matchup up until the end of the 2019 season. So let's see who takes this one back. It's a big win for either of these teams because you look at section play and seedings, and the season as itself is not that long. It's quicker than a sprint, and I can't think of what that might be, as they have about a month to complete about 14, 15 games. So let's see the strategy that comes out here. Is Andover, I believe, did they call a foul or did they call the timeout before what looked like the foul? As next possession for Andover, they can ill afford a turnover. In fact, I think if they do get the turnover, that could be game. Meanwhile, for Champlin Park, the Rebels, they can ill afford to surrender a goal here. Cut that deficit into 1. 2:31 remaining, Steve. Take it away.
So here we go. Champlin Park in their own end. Andover desperate to get it back. Peter with it. And here just looking to make a good decision. Good move. Steps through the defenders. Shows her speed and quickness. Then has it fall out of her stick. Big opportunity. Ground ball. And that'll be a foul on Andover. Peter apologizes quickly for that. Jaden Wilson goes down. Wilson's okay. Andover has it back. And now they get it in the hands of Schreifels trying to run. Now they get it to Bach, the goalie. And let's see, important clear, sends it off to the right. That's knocked down. 2 minutes to go. Andover down by 2. They got to move it ahead. Ella Thorson, she's got speed. It's going to begin her run. Tries to get inside. Can't. Gives it up. Delich gets knocked down. And they're going to call. And Delich desperately trying to get the free position. And will, I believe. Yes, she will. So here's Delich. Another opportunity after that foul at the 8-meter line. Paige Hagenbart, the goalie. Big spot here. She'll step, she'll shoot. That got blocked. And that'll go toward the end line. And Andover's going to hang on. So
it was a big windup by Delich, and that may have cost her as they are able to get a stick and deflect. But here comes Schruby.
Yeah, Schruby, 2 goals. She gets knocked down on the side. Andover's going to hang on, but once again, it's all about time. 1:19 to go. They've really got to gamble here, down 7-5.
See if they can find a cutter on the backside. That is Andover, as the officials are discussing where this should take place.
Yeah.
See if it's going to be a free position shot here or not.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It is such a tough angle.
It will be
from over here on the side. Typically, you'd rather pass out of that. This is Schruby, 2 goals tonight for Andover. Paige Hagenbart, Champlin Park goalie, 1:19 to go. Rebels up by 2. She'll go downstairs and score. What a shot.
Beautiful goal. Showed that shot up high quickly. Rolled it under the stick of the Rebels goalie, Paige Hagenbart. And what a quick release on that shot. Now it comes back here. We're going to get a timeout because it comes back to the draw here at midfield. 1:17 left. The Huskies are back to within a goal. Hat trick, I believe, for Shruby tonight. Her third goal. And that one, Steve, I was amazed by the amount of velo she got on that low ball. She played it perfect, as did the Rebels goalie. It was just perfectly placed, and from that distance, the velo she was able to get, and that spin was unbelievable. Shruby picks up the hat trick tonight. There's
and on the flip
side, a couple
side,
of Rebel players with hat tricks tonight as well.
Yeah, Reese Hagenbart has 3. Seesaw affair, 2-2 at the half. Andover led it 3-2, then 4 in a row from Champlin Park. And then Andover battles back, and now it's 7-6. Champlin Park here on their home field, Rebel Stadium. And now that breeze is picked up again. Looks like it's blowing the other way now.
Season high for goals. The season for Shruby has been 4. That was against Tino Grace. Also, Emma Tammy picked up 2 goals in their win over Tino Grace just last week. But here's a chance now. We'll see who can win this draw. I'll tell you this. Love the competitiveness out here. What I love even more is just the environment. This is all playoff atmosphere.
So here we go, huge face-off. It'll be Merrill Delich out there for Andover, and Reese Hagenbart, who has 3 goals tonight. This is probably the game right here. Whoever can control this.
Critical draw. Let's see what transpires.
Pops Andover's way. Ground ball picked up by the Huskies. They have a chance. Cruising in was Engler. Now they get it outside. Plenty of time.
Huskies quickly rotating.
Dennis wearing number 7. Now to the goal line left. 1 to go. Andover down by 1. Dennis near side. Champlin Park clinging to that 1-goal lead. Dennis again. This is Micah. Off to the right.
The Rebels holding their ground, but yet trying to push back and apply some pressure.
Way outside. Goal line right. 30 seconds to go. Andover trying to tie. Thorson ground ball. She falls down. And that got to the edge of the box. Andover's going to hang on. Thorson.
24 seconds left, Steve. Let's see what Andover can do to tie this up, if it's going to be rotation or what.
She wants to get it to Delich. She sends it to her right. It's caught there. Dennis. Thorson, now Delich. 15 to go. Down to the right. Tammy can control. Popped into the air. And it's picked up Champlin Park. Then it'll go out of bounds with 4. Clock stops with 2.4. Andover's going to hang on. And now Delich is just going to have to lob, and
it's going to have to be like an alley-oop.
She'll run it in. That'll do it. Can't get her shot away. Couldn't get a free look. And Champlin Park hangs on for a 7-6 win to go to 7-1 overall. Andover falls to 5-3. Joe, that was a great girls lacrosse game tonight.
Oh, I got to tell you, that had some juice to it all night. from the first draw to the last one and to the final play. And Jeff Johnson has to be proud of the squad and come away with their first win in their the last one. It was 4 wins in a row for Andover up until then, but just the tipping of that, the standard. He'd be able to bring a lot of the underclassmen in. They got the experience and has this team move in the direction he would love to. 7-6 final. Wow, what an ending. What caliber of play displayed by both of the teams tonight.
Yeah, good one. Reese Hagenbart leads the way for Champlin Park with 3 goals. And on the other side, Elizabeth Schruby for Andover, 3. The goalies were great. Paige Hagenbart for Champlin Park. Eva Bach for Andover. A lot of fun here tonight. As we mentioned, Champlin Park at Centennial Wednesday night. Andover will host Anoka on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. Great job by our QCTV crew here and in the studio. Always good to work with Joe Rulon. Big thanks to all the folks here at Champlin Park High School. I'm Steve Thompson. Have a good night.